check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building, man. And I seen another video, but I'll link this source in the description, of Anthony Joshua trying to work on movement. You know, you see the clothesline. I know Sergio Martinez was. I remember him for this. You put the clotheslines in the ring, and you kind of work on the head movement, whatever the hell they call it. Then he was doing that. And then today he was on the treadmill, backpedaling, working on, you know, movement. And then they was doing the Nazim Richardson tile thing while he's hitting the bag. And it seemed like Anthony Joshua was trying to work on his finesse game, his movement, maybe try to get a rhythm. So they trying some new techniques with Anthony Joshua. And this ain't the fight to try new techniques, okay? I know he got to get better, you know what I'm saying? But basically when a motherfucker get hit in boxing, he revert back to what he know. And that's why I told you guys, this immediate rematch, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I think I'm more certain now than I was, and it's not 100% that Andy Ruiz gonna win. They trying new things with Anthony Joshua that they should have been doing in the beginning. It's been screaming since the Klitschko fight, Takam, Parker, Alexander Povetkin. They should have been doing movements. You know what this remind me of? Ernesto Rodriguez and Jared Hurd. See, they knew they need to get ready for Jamel Charlo. That's what they was getting ready for, to top Jamel Charlo, and also move up to 160. They know Jared Hurd just needs to add some more head movement, work on defense. And when I seen him early on, he was a guy against inferior competition. He was a guy that can move backwards, and he would, you know, counter guys, walk them into uppercut, and walk them into shots. It sounds crazy, but that was the type of fighter he was. You know, he was a back foot guy. And, you know, when he got to the next level, he would try to back foot fight guys. But when you step up in comp, he had to revert to, you know, pressuring guys and systematically breaking them down and just willing and just being gritty and grimy, trying to get this, you know, and trying to get them out of there. And what I'm saying is this: you revert to what you know. You can work on a lot of things, but if you don't do it in increments, if you don't do it in small dosage, if you don't do it in minor step ups and in competition, it's hard for Jared Hurd or Joshua to do so because they're both title holders. You know, Jared Hurd was the number one guy at heavyweight. And a lot of people think Anthony Joshua with 3 belts is the number one guy at heavyweight. But with him doing all this extra movement, it can't help if they stick with it. And I like the fact that, what were we in, July, August, September, October, November, 5 to 6 months out, they getting right to it. But if it was that easy, why haven't they done it before? You know what I'm saying? Why hasn't he even moving his head? Why hasn't he been on his toes? They can practice. They can simulate on the treadmill. They can put all them clotheslines in the ring. They can, you know, practice the little Nazim Richardson towel thing on the back. But what happens when it ain't a towel that nick you? What happened when it ain't a clothesline that nick your head? What happened when it, you know, your legs is tired and you not pacing yourself on the treadmill? When you got to move erratically, you know? Like, I got to move now. On the treadmill, you moving at the same pace. Unless you got it on, you know what I'm saying? You got it on a Pacific workout. You moving at the same pace, going backwards, back. You can't go side to side on the treadmill. And ideally, the thing about boxing, in a lot of cases, is not to move straight back. You know what I'm saying? And if he doing some of those drills that he doing, he really should have a tennis ball under his neck. I seen Bernard Hopkins do it, and I see some old trainers do it before. You put the tennis ball under your chin, in between your chin and your chest to be a Pacific, right by the neck, and that teaches the fighter to keep the chin down. So in actuality, they should have had that tennis ball, you know, under his chin and his chest to teach him to keep that chin down, because when he moves straight up, his chin is exposed. And a lot of fighters got that on. But the thing about boxing is not to try to move straight back. The thing about boxing is to move laterally, side to side if you can. But in some cases, you got to move straight back. But if you move straight back and when he moving on that tread machine and that chin pop up in the heavyweight division and how slow he is, somebody going to knock him out. And by them trying all these new training methods, that just let me know they should have got a new trainer or they should have delegated to somebody else. He can do all this finesse, all this working out, all this artificial head movement and working on defense. But they're seeing sparring. When shit get too tight and stuff get deep, he gonna revert back to what he always get revert back to, getting hit with right hands, getting hit with left hooks. You know what I'm saying? And you can't simulate that, man. You can give it to him in small increments. That's why I would take a tune-up. I'll take a few tune-ups. I'll be fighting Ruiz in the middle of next year. That's what I would do. I would fight Ruiz in the middle of next year. But then again, they don't want Ruiz to fight Wilder, and then we got to go through Wilder to get our belts back. So, it's a slippery slope, like A$AP Rocky said in Dope, the movie Dope. It's a slippery slope. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. But this ain't about what's best for AJ. This was best for Eddie Hearn and Matchroom USA in his own. Because then you basically just transfer power of a heavyweight division to Al. Al controls heavyweight. Al controls, some of super middleweight. Al controls junior middleweight. Al controls welterweight. And with Rigondeaux, he possibly could control 122 until New York come. But Nervantes I think that he a bad motherfucker too. So pretty much what y'all did is cherry pick and basically get Al Haymon the power. And this dude just fought another guy. A guy that just, fought Brian Jennings not too long ago. He fought another guy. And on what? A month and a half later, he come and beat you. So this dude get a full camp. So what they would have to really hope for is that Anthony Joshua really catches on to these defensive techniques. But if that was the case, then, why, if you expect him to catch on in 6 months, 5-6 months, why haven't he caught on his whole career? And that's what he got to be asking himself. Why haven't we been working on these things? Why, if we have been working on these things, why haven't I been improving? That's why it would be important for him to bring somebody else in, like Antonio Tarver. And people was, talking about Tarver and he trying to help AJ. Like, at the end of the day, he trying to get a job. He trying to break through in boxing and do something great. I like Antonio Tarver as a commentator. He was cool as a fighter, too. But what's so funny, when people don't agree or somebody go to try to do something like help AJ, he a coon or he a butter biscuit and shit. Like, it's funny to me, man. You got people on YouTube calling people racist and, pro this boy fanboy, pro that fanboy, but they fanboys. How can another fanboy call another ethnic group or another boxing group group of fans a fanboy? I just don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm just keeping to myself. And who I chop boxing up with, anybody inbox me, DM me, I'll chop it up with you. But as far as me communicating with people, man, it's a lot of niggas on here, man, that I used to be cool with. That's all cap. Cap. There's just ton of cap, and I ain't talking Kaepernick, but like I said before, man, I don't think it's gonna be good. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not in camp with him. I'm just looking at what he's doing, and it could help. But AJ really need to be working on circling, lateral movement, keeping the chin down, working on how to, throw spear jab, up jab, double jab, power jab. It's just fundamental basics, man. And then that movement, man, just going side to side, moving his head. He's just not the type of fighter that's going to get it like that, man. Some kids catch on quick. Some kids, it take a minute for them to catch on. But when they catch on, they're exceptional. And some people, it takes a long time for them to catch on. But eventually they get in, they pretty good at it. And then sometimes, under these circumstances, it's just, he not going to hook latch on. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but he not going to hook latch on to this, man. This is tough. It's a tough order to ask him to come in and do it, man. But maybe he can. But I wouldn't really, let me put my 2 cents in as well after this, man. In this video, I'm tired. But I really would have him working on being more aggressive. How he moving backwards on the trail. I would have him coming forward, learning how to cut the ring off and pushing Andy Ruiz on the back foot and really teeing off on him. And it's good they can make him miss shots and slip shots. That's good coming forward. But everything we working on defensively will be coming forward for him. Because that's a lot to ask for him to learn to move his head and then be coordinated going back. Everything will be done off the back foot. Yeah, we'll work on clinching if we hurt. We'll work on those scenarios as well. But everything will be off the front foot, and I'll be improving that jab. We'll be improving the uppercut. We'll be improving the right hand. We'll be improving the left hook. But I just what he doing now. He is curtains, man. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I'll link that in the description on the source link so you can see it for yourself. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or a video request. Don't forget to check out our intro instrumental music link if you want to know where the intro music come from. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports.